Hey everyone, it's Virginia Reyna Dunne, and I am in Las Vegas with Lowe and Michael Bisping of TimiCoin. Thank you guys for joining us. Can you tell us all about TimiCoin?
TimiCoin is the first platform, a working blockchain that allows for you to control your data and monetize your data in real time.
What data is that? Like medical data
Yeah,
or any kind of Facebook
yeah.
data?
No, not Facebook yet. But we're specifically, we built a specific blockchain for healthcare. And that healthcare allows for both the portability of health records, but it also allows you as a patient to own, control, and monetize your data through our Timi marketplace.
Very interesting. So, Mike, you're a UFC fighter. You've been to the doctor numerous times. How did you get involved with this project?
Yeah, of course. Cryptocurrency isn't my background. Far from it. I'm a UFC fighter, former UFC middleweight champion of the world. We have a mutual friend, and he's my chiropractor. I go to his practice, his office, when I need tuning up, shall we say, in my line of work, my previous line of work. It's very hard work on the body. Through him, I found out about TimiCoin, Timi Health, the concept. This was 8 months ago. They've been working for almost 2 years on this now. But for me, as I say, I found out about it 8 months ago. When I found out about it, it jumped off the page to me. It seemed like a no-brainer, for somebody like myself that at the time was fighting all over the world to have access to my medical records via an app seemed, obviously very beneficial. For some reason, I don't know why, we can't control our own health data or our own medical records, but it would appear that is something that is required, certainly for somebody that travels the world. Then on top of that, now you find out that pharmaceutical companies, medical companies, 23andMe, the DNA things, they're exploiting people's medical records. They're monetizing that. They're making money from that. But yet the individual isn't. So through the platform, Timi Health, we allow the user, the customer, if you will, to opt in and opt out of studies, research, things like that, and actually monetize your health data. So I think that's it in a nutshell. For me, it made sense, and I was very excited and very proud to be a part of the brand. And that what kind of brings me here today. Obviously, the technical side of things, Will is here to answer all of them. If you want to know about punching somebody in the face, I got you covered. Other than that, I'm just here to smile and crack the occasional bad joke.
He's a good jokester, right?
He is. So, let's get back to the coin. How exactly does that work? Because it just launched, correct?
Right. So we just launched on LA Token about 12 days ago. We're pretty excited because that's a true utility function, right? So like Mike was mentioning about 23andMe and anyone that's followed the news lately, it's been all over the news. We just recently trademarked the term, "Where's your DNA?" So that we're going to full media blitz with that program, which means understanding, that 23andMe and GlaxoSmithKline, $300 million was exchanged for the database of DNA that was sitting on 23andMe. How does that, if you took the DNA test and you had your DNA there and you didn't read all of the fine print, right? The terms of service and imagine who does, right? Let's be honest. And so to me, I'm not accusatory or anything, but it seems like a little bait and switch there. And all of a sudden that data now is sold to GlaxoSmithKline for $300 million based on an equity position that they took in 23andMe. That to me is where we're here talking about cryptocurrency, right? And so there's a cryptocurrency attached to our platform. But in a decentralized world, fairness is what we're talking about. So is it fair that 23andMe took your data, gave you an extensive terms of service that you didn't read, and then yes, we're sharing your data. Now there's an opt-out policy, right? But why opt out? We say opt in and we'll pay you the 70-30 split. 70% going to you, 30% going to us. There's billions of dollars out there being made off data. Why not participate in the Timi marketplace and monetize that data? If you think about it, the economics, right? The economics are simple. If we're broadcasting in San Antonio, right? I was down the street in San Antonio the other day. They had a 76 station that was running 76-cent gas for 76 minutes, and the line was like, I want to say it was 76 miles long, but I'm exaggerating. I was in Texas, and it looked pretty long. But the whole point was that the consumer will look at, can I make $10 or $20 for free gas to stand in line for 15 or 20 minutes? They did. So then think about that from a data standpoint. You have this asset that it's being monetized all the time. So why not you? Just think about it. 3, 4 kids at home. Maybe there's some special needs going on there that you need that data to be aggregated or participate in some studies. But why not receive some compensation? It's just fair. And when you decentralize something, you put control back to the owner of the data, and in this instance, the patient and or the patient's family, and then you share the revenue if you choose to opt in. And again, it's your choice.
Not everybody even understands crypto, and then not even doctors have your app. How do they get your information on the blockchain? We
are going to be an app with a mainstream use case. And so what that means is it's going to run just like an app. Remember back in 2011, 2012, when Facebook first came public, and remember you couldn't use the app, it was really clunky. And the reason that it was really clunky was because of 3G technology. Well, once 4G came into the marketplace, the app was efficient, and the speed of the downloads and the uploads made the system now mobile friendly. Well, that's the same way this is. It's user friendly for you, the consumer. So not necessarily is it blockchain. It's just another app, a patient-centric, front-facing app that you feel like it's just your portable information, but through the blockchain that allows you to opt into the marketplace. So we're using blockchain technology as the core underlying of the technology, but you don't know the difference. You're just using the portability of the health information to opt in.
So since you've gotten involved with it, Mike, can you tell us kind of what you've seen as far as the evolution goes?
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, I met Will 8 months ago, and of course they were working very hard in the background on the technology. But for me, as someone, listen, I'm not an expert on blockchain, far from it. What I've seen is a tremendous growth. They've added this incredible healthcare advisory board, some of the most esteemed healthcare professionals in the business. They've launched, they're actually active on the exchange, they're listed as a token now. It's a real operating platform, whereas it seemed like a concept at the time when I met them. Throughout these 8 months, they have worked tirelessly. They have made it happen. They have launched it. They've brought it to fruition. They've worked hard, and now it's a real thing, So that's I'm proud to be a part of the team. Proud to be an ambassador. That's what brings us here to Las Vegas today.
So where did you guys come up with the name TimiCoin?
So I had come up with a couple other names, right? But we were trying to create a digital brand, right? So cohesive, right? So obviously everything's about your digital footprint. And so then I'm looking up words that mean honor, right? So Timi in Greek means honor. Timi means honor. And so I said to myself, why are people not honoring the patient in this whole, thought process of the data? And so, Timi, honor. They put patients back in control of their data, allow you to monetize your data, allow you to get paid. Even if you're making $100 a month, it's $100 you didn't have, and it's $100 you should be entitled to. And that's the way we look at it.
Absolutely. Well, make sure you guys go check out TimiCoin, and thank you all so much for joining us.